I did place a huge order at YesStyle, and we are going to dive into everything that I picked up. I'm also going to try and include as many demos as I can. Actually, a lot of the makeup is on my face, so we're going to talk about all of it. So first things first, let's talk about what is on my eyes right now as far as eyeshadow. So I picked up two new single shadows. One is the Slide and Single from Romand. So there are these little single shadows. Actually, I put it in backwards, so hopefully I didn't break it. Okay, all right, we're good. So you can see, you just slide them right in and they click. And for me, I don't have a lot of single matte shadows. I have a lot of cream matte shadows that are singles and liquids, but not a lot of powders. So I decided to give this one a go. I just want to say, I absolutely adore this shade, and it kind of inspired like my outfit as well. You guys, it is like such a perfect neutral mauvey purple, and I don't know if I can go back. And by the way, like these are first impressions. The formula feels like Natasha Denona, slightly less pigmented, but really soft. You know, it blended to perfection. So I am very excited about this one. It was kind of like a last minute decision to pick it up because I was looking for, again, like a single shadow I could just use on an everyday basis that was also going to kind of complement my green eyes. And I think we have a winner here. First impressions are very good. But what is on like my lids, like that deeper kind of shade, is the DECORTE Eye Glow Gem. Now, you guys have asked me about this brand, DECORTE, and I had tried out a shade a long time ago, and it was fine. It was fine. But this shade definitely jives with me a lot more. It's the shade Autumn Dazzle. So that's the duo that I'm wearing today. And it's like this really soft, really lovely creamy shadow that there's a shimmer to it, but there's no sparkle. It applies really softly. It has this nice kind of plush texture to it. And I have a feeling that anyone that has like more mature eyelids or drier eyelids would really enjoy this formula. And I'm very happy that I decided to try out another shade. You know, it's interesting. This kind of eye look reminds me of some of my favorite eye looks that I've done with Ritual Defy different eyeshadows. This almost kind of gives me a half light kind of vibe, and I'm loving it. I love it. You guys know how much I love half light from Ritual Defy, so the fact that I'm able to kind of get that vibe with these two shades, I'm just a very happy woman. These are some of my favorite products that I picked up first impressions wise. So yes. I did also pick up a new sunscreen that I do have on my face right now. And it is the Weightless Sun Fluid from House of Her. I've tried out a lot of KB Japanese sunscreens. I did not try anything yet though from this brand. Unless something crazy happens with my skin tomorrow or I break out, I'm feeling incredibly confident about this one. So it's gotten incredible reviews. So that's why I bought it, because I was like, I mean, you know, if it's got good reviews, let's go ahead and give it a go. Very thin. It has a lovely glow, but does not feel greasy, and it sets down as well. There's no obnoxious smell to it. It doesn't kind of crumble or pill up when you apply it. And my eyes are not watering. And I don't have a headache, which some sunscreens actually give me a headache. And I talked about that in a recent video, and someone else commented and was like, I felt like I was the only person with this problem. Yes, some sunscreens give me a headache. This one does not. No burning around my eyes, and my skin looks great. So first impressions across the board as far as the House of Her products that I tried are very good. We'll talk about the next one when we get into cheek products in a second. But should we talk about what is on my skin other than the sunscreen? I do have some other skincare products that I actually tried today for the first time. This brand, Glow, they're a little bit more pricey as far as K-beauty goes, But I've been kind of looking at these two items in specific for probably a year. I never pulled the trigger, and then I saw actually a TikTok about them, and I was like, you know, I had been wanting to try it. So I picked up the Breathable Blemish Balm as well as the Glow Not Dry Concealer. Now, the Blemish Balm is very strange to me because there's only 3 shades. One of them is essentially pure white. There's this shade, and then there's like a deeper kind of shade, but when I say deep, it's not deep. So I'm not sure if they expect you to like buy all 3 shades and mix them because that is not really price effective. So I'm wearing the shade 1. It actually is a decent shade for me. It's a slightly gray, which if you have more olive skin, you guys have kind of given me feedback that something with a little gray to it actually is like really nice and neutralizing for you. I have actually found that to be the case with my skin as well, that like a little bit of a gray in a BB cream, a lot of like, I have found that a lot of Korean brands will come out with BB cream shades with a touch of, yeah, almost like that grayness that can actually look kind of good. So very creamy texture that somehow melts down really beautifully. It almost kind of reminds me texturally of a thinner version of the Jones Road What the Foundation if it actually kind of set down on the skin. And completely honestly, you guys, it looks very good. It has this really soft blur. I literally just applied it with my fingers really softly on the skin. It's really lightweight. It again is more of a self-setting product. It has more of a light to medium coverage. It's not going to be a really full coverage product, and yet it feels very perfecting. It feels very skin loving. They call it a breathable blemish balm, and it definitely has that vibe. Very almost reminiscent, a less glowy version maybe of like the Misha Perfect Cover BB cream. So I have a feeling if you like that product, there's a chance that you will like this. Formulation wise, I really like it. Shade wise, I don't like it. It's just kind of a mixed bag. And you know what? I kind of feel exactly the same way about the concealer because this concealer, I got the light Rosy Salmon shade. And I just used the salmon shade because the lighter shade is a little too light for me. I'll give you guys a swatch. So that's the light shade right there. And then I just used the Rosy Salmon shade under my eyes today and called it a day. And there's the Rosy Salmon shade next to it. I fully thought that this concealer was going to be like the Glossier Stretch Concealer. And I put it on my eyes and I was like, you know, it looks good. It's pretty. It's very dewy. It has this emollients. And it's definitely not dry. You know, that's like their biggest claim of the concealer corrector. But can I just say, I do like that they include 2 shades within one. You know, I've liked that about like the Secret Camouflage from Laura Mercier. I like when brands kind of give you the option to customize. So I see where they're going with the customization as far as shades. They just, I mean, legitimately, I think even their target audience in Korea wouldn't be happy with the shade range. And now that I'm wearing it, I set it with powder. I have been so wildly and happily surprised. The under eyes look really fresh. They're not dry. It looks more covered than I really thought it was going to. I thought this was again going to be like more of a sheer kind of dewy, fresh look under the eyes, not necessarily really packing a punch as far as coverage, but this concealer not only takes to powder really well, which is huge, you guys. I mean, if you set your under eyes and then immediately it looks bad, sometimes it's just that your concealer does not like powder. This one loves some powder. I actually used my favorite powder of the moment, Say Slip Tint powder. I just like tucked this up under my eyes. Stunning, stunning powder. I love it. And it works so well with this. So, you know, base wise, the sunscreen, the BB cream, the concealer, the Say powder, all of them working so well together that I was just so impressed. Yeah, you know, first impressions are never this good for haul videos. I feel like I'm usually always checking my expectations like, okay, Amanda, we're walking into the beauty room, we're gonna shoot a first impressions, you know, things might not be great, but the skin is happy. The skin's very happy. But there's other stuff that I have on too. Now I have no moisturizer on today, only the sunscreen in these two products to prep my skin. I picked up the Anua Rice 70 Ceramide Milky Toner because I am doing a Milky Toner video and I'm finally like, I felt like this one was missing from the lineup. I was like, this is a K-Beauty toner that I should have tried out. So it's here, I'm trying it out, and I'm just gonna put some on the back of my hand and put some on my arms, just to kind of give you guys a vibe of like what it looks like. Has like this really lovely lightweight texture, but it doesn't just feel like water and glycerin. It has a little bit of almost, it kind of reminds me of the Laneige toner, their Milky toner, but even lighter. The cream skin, even lighter. By the way, can I just say this? It's now day 2 of me trying out the Anua. I am kind of beyond impressed. And I now have a better understanding, I think, of why people really like it. It just kind of immediately sinks into the skin, offers this beautiful glow. I am very, very happy that I picked it up because first impressions are so good. My skin feels so comforted. It felt not great this morning, and now my skin is like happy as a clam. So, you know, thank you to Anua. And also, I put on the SEOUL 1988 from KSECRET, their Snail Mucin Essence. So I've used the COSRX for years, probably since like I'm gonna say 2015. No, I think like 2016. We'll call it like 2016. And I love that product. I love it. But I wanted to try out this brand. I thought that this would be a safe first pick. It's their Snail Mucin 97% with rice. So the only real difference I could see this being different than like the COSRX is that this has rice extract added and that slightly lower percentage of Snail Mucin. And I gotta tell you guys, first impression wise, you guys, I don't know if I would be able to tell the difference if you put both of these, like blind tested them for me. It felt and applied exactly the same as like the COSRX. Maybe like slightly less sticky, but it feels incredible. So please, I really want you guys to leave me a comment if you guys have tried this, because I just loved the glow it gave my skin. Actually, you know what? I will say that this does give me a glow to my skin that the COSRX doesn't necessarily give me. Now, the COSRX just is an amazing product, like results-wise, but this kind of gave my skin a bit of a radiance immediately that I really appreciated. But it is not a YesStyle haul for Amanda if she does not pick up backups of her favorite sunscreen in existence, which is the Kiss Me Mommy from ISEHAN, the best Japanese sunscreen. In fact, when I go to Japan this fall, I haven't even told you guys yet, I'm so freaking excited! When I get off that flight, there is a part of me that is going to go straight into the nearest store and see if I can find this and just buy a lot of them. It's the best. So if you want something that will not burn your eyes, really thin lotion texture that kind of just like melts on your skin, SPF 50, layerable, water resistant. 3 is kind of like the minimum amount that I will buy on YesStyle. When I buy it, I'll buy usually like 4 because I go through it so much. But yeah, wait, you guys, I'm so embarrassed right now. I did buy 4. If this is not a glowing review, I don't know what else could be. Now, I also picked up this Medicube Collagen Night Wrapping Mask. And this, you know, Medicube is one of those brands I just can't really wrap my head around them because I can't tell if they're really good or just kind of overhyped. I actually tried their collagen mask with PDRN. Instantly had a reaction to it. My skin started burning, it looked red, it kind of messed up my skin for a good 2 days. And And everyone's like fully obsessed with that mask. So I was like, I don't know about this brand. So I decided to try the Collagen Night Wrapping Mask. This is another one of the products that everyone loves. They also have like that tool, like the Medicube, like, I don't know, it's like kind of a massage. It almost looks like a massage gun, but it kind of presses skincare and helps with absorption. So I don't know. If you guys like Medicube, drop me a comment and let me know what products you like, or if you've tried some and you didn't like them. But this is the next one that I'm going to try. I'm gonna see if this, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of like a peel off mask, so could be fun. So for my lips today, I used the Makeup Forever Artist Pencil in Wherever Walnut. And then I used the Sunset Dazzle Gloss Balm from UNLEASHIA. Now, I love UNLEASHIA products. I've had really good luck with UNLEASHIA overall. So it's like this squeezy tube lip balm, very similar to like the Laneige Glaze Balm applicator. I love this. Just like a light fruity scent. I picked up mine in the shade Sunset, or no, it's Malibu. And it just really feels so nice on the lips. This must be a new release. Gloss Balm is a really good way to put it as far as like the texture and like how it looks, because it has that balmy quality. It's literally not just like a gloss. It has that balmy, luscious kind of feel. If you love a liquid lip balm, I have a feeling you will love this. It really reminds me of those like classic liquid lip balm formulas that I love. And I love this shade, surprisingly. I think it's really nice for summer, and it just feels really, really good on. So this is a big yes, first impressions for me. It just adds this really, like, pretty plump to the lips too. So big fan of this one. Now for blush today, I actually did a combo. So kind of like over here, I do have a little bit of the About Face Beach Freak on. They're like cream bronzers, so if it looks bronze, that's what that is. But almost that like more mauvey tone is this peripera Syrupy Talk Cheek. Now this is kind of like a liquid blush that is very dewy, really pretty. It spreads very evenly. It definitely kind of is that more syrupy, almost like, you know, the syrup nail trend, or like that kind of sheer blush look, kind of glowy. This is the same except in blush form. And actually I feel like syrup cheeks are kind of like a more of a buzzword or trend in Korea, if I'm not mistaken. But this is very good. I love Clio, I love Peripera. They're like same company, I believe. So yeah, this is a hit for me thus far. And honestly, this texture from House of Her, the Moist Ampoule blusher, very similar. Like these are pretty similar as far as textures. I got mine in the shade Peach Coral, and I put the Peach Coral right here, more as like that apple of the cheek kind of look. And you can see this one is slightly more like serum-like. You know, this feels a little bit more like a classic blush, but this has a little bit more wateryness to it, slightly more thin overall, but I'm gonna add a little bit more just to kind of show you guys. It just kind of melts right in this way that, like, if you like really thin on the skin makeup that kind of just sinks right in and doesn't look like a big layer of product sitting there, I think you will love it. And I have, again, another one of those products that I was looking at for probably at least 6 months. Finally pulled the trigger, and I'm so glad that I did. It is really lovely. And in general, I feel like House of Her is this brand that I've kind of neglected to try a lot of. And then I tried their sunscreen. I mean, their sunscreen is all over my eyes right now, no burning. The base looks so good. The cheeks, the blush looks great. So I'm like, Amanda, you should have tried this brand a little sooner, I think. So if you've tried out that brand, House of Her, let me know your favorites. Are those products good that I talked about? Do you guys like them? What's your overall experience? I would love to hear. Very happy so far. Yeah. It's always a good feeling when I'm like, trying a new brand and they're impressing me. It gets me excited. Speaking of brands that I like and products I like, so Beauty of Joseon Dynasty Cream, as well as the AESTURA Aloe Barrier 365. Now, these have been my moisturizers of choice as of late. The AESTURA Aloe Barrier, since I tried it, it was kind of love at first use. It's a ceramide cream that does not pill. It kind of just like, it's creamy, but then just melts on your skin. Think of this, I think, almost as like the Korean beauty, like La Roche-Posay kind of feeling. Like that's what, maybe it's just the colors, but that's kind of the vibe I've always gotten from this brand. The very heavily focused on skin barrier repair. This cream looks beautiful under makeup, by the way. And again, it's more of a gel. It's a gel cream that doesn't necessarily look like a gel, aqua gel kind of cream. Just kind of melts the ceramides, immediately give comfort to my skin, but actually protect my skin barrier. When I was traveling, when I went to Paris in the spring, this was the only moisturizer I brought, and I was fine. My skin was happy. My skin was happy that entire trip. Kind of bonkers to me. I literally went out and bought, I believe, the travel size specifically of the AESTURA 365 because I was like, it's worth the investment to me because I know I'm going to be obsessed with it and use it every day and it's going to work for me. Well, all those things came true. I also did want to pick up another of the Beauty of Joseon Dynasty creams, and the reason being is that this is more of that traditional K-beauty like gel cream. If that's the vibe you like, you'll probably be more of a fan of this. And I really like it because, you know, the AESTURA is very good for like barrier repair. As far as like ceramides, it's a little bit more like, quote, moisturizing rather than hydrating. The Dynasty cream, this is the hydration. It packs your skin with hydration, with that water, with the glycerin, with the humectants. In the summer, my skin is pretty good on oils. Like my skin's producing way more oils in the summer than in the winter. So some days I feel like I just need something very thin to replenish any of like the dehydration in my skin. And my skin does get dehydrated still, like for example, when I'm sleeping in my room because the window unit is like, you know, is not great for your skin. But also I would not be able to sleep without it. So, but this is what I will reach for. I only have like a little bit left of my other cream. So I'm glad that this is finally here. I will say sometimes not good under makeup. So, but it's very random and that's kind of annoying, but weirdly enough, like I use this almost every night and whenever I use it, my skin is just like, this summer, it's been really, really happy. And also, it doesn't break me out. And sometimes I feel like if I'm using too many heavy products with my hormonal acne, my hormonal acne can spike. So I feel like this is a really, really safe moisturizer for like a lot of people. If you like rice in your ingredients, this is like the first rice bran water product that I absolutely like fell head over heels in love with because I just feel like my skin is happy. It's happy, it's calm, it's hydrated. This is a good one. I think it's one of my favorite Beauty of Joseon products. And I love their sunscreen, but this is just as good. Like in my heart, I love this just as much. A product I'm not excited to put on my face because I gave it a sniff. And you guys, I've used the SK2 facial essence on and off for maybe 10 years. I haven't used it probably though in like 3 years, maybe 3 or 4 years because it's pricey. But it just gives my skin this overall refinement and it is stunning. It is beautiful. So I'm always trying to find another Galactomyces filtrate ferment product that is kind of the replacement to SK2. So I was like, oh, some by me. And it has glutathione in it. And glutathione is kind of like blowing up. I was like, great, I'm gonna try this out. So let's give it a go. Well, I really don't even want to smell it again. Swear to you guys, I'm not being dramatic. This smells like nail polish. This can't be right. This cannot be right. Do you guys have this? The glutathione from Some By Me. Do you have this? I got it because I was like, okay, it's gonna be a different milky toner for my video. It has different ingredients. Oh God, now it's everywhere. Now it's everywhere. It's gonna give me like a more well-rounded video. I mean, it feels fine. Weirdly enough, once it's on my skin, I don't smell it as much. But when I open this jar, I smell it way intensely. Like, what's going on? What is going on? We still have quite a few products here. So I decided to pick up this palette, and it's from a brand called COLORROSE. It reminded me of Flower Nose. Wait a second. COLORROSE Flower Nose. Is this a dupe brand? Or does it just happen to rhyme? Because the vibe is very, very similar to Flower Nose. But I got this palette. This is their Western, it's their Western Antique palette. Now, I was kind of interested in like that gloss. I was like, what's the vibe with that? From what I understand though, as far as like every time I've felt it, feels like a regular gloss. I mean, I haven't really gotten to these pearls, but I think it's literally just a gloss, guys. I don't think there's any like sparkle to it or anything. But it feels really cheap. Flower Nose does not feel cheap, and it is not cheap. So, I don't know. That was kind of disappointing. It feels a little bit like kids makeup, I'm not gonna lie. So I don't know about this yet. Next product I got. This is new from Etude House. This is their Dear Darling Lip Oil Tint, and I got the red one. And it's very similar to like the new Huda Beauty lip oils, or like same packaging. But I don't want to like mess with my lip combo, or I would try it out and give you guys an impression, but I kind of have a feeling that those are just lip oils with like a little bit of a tint, almost like the ones from Same, because those are just like very slightly tinted. But I also picked up another product from Etude House. I'm sorry, it's just Etude now. I don't think they call themselves Etude House anymore. The Dear Darling Lip Marker Tint, because I have an upcoming video all about lip markers, and this is one that I had to give a go. Applicator feels way more saturated than some of the other ones we'll talk about. I'm really excited about this one. I am very excited. I love lip stain markers, so I'm really glad I finally have this one in my collection and I can include it in that upcoming video. Now, I thought I was going to be putting this on today, but I ended up not doing that. This is a new product. This is a new product from Romand, and what is it called again? It is their Juicy Roll, and I actually just friggin' stuck my finger straight into it. Sheer cream blush that you just kind of roll right on. Very, very juicy. And yeah, I was really expecting to use this one today. Ooh, you can really, yeah, can really build up the pigment. I don't know if I was expecting that. But yeah, but this is a very new launch to Romand, and I haven't tried out a lot of new Romand products, so I wanted to give this one a go. You know, my gut says that a product like this is going to be good for those of you that love that kind of juicy, jammy cheek look. You know, you're not afraid of a little bit of a glow from a cheek product, and you want it to be slightly more sheer. It kind of lets, like, it's not sheer necessarily, this is very buildable, but like there's not a lot of white base pigment to it, so it's gonna work for more people that way. Very fruity, so not my favorite for the cheeks, but might be nice to kind of like on the lips. So I let you guys know I've been trying out some masks, some sheet masks. So I picked up a few new ones. I've tried this glutathione one from APLB before, so I thought I would pick up another one of these. These are just nice for travel. Then I decided to pick up their collagen EGF mask. Now, EGF is kind of a newer ingredient. I don't know how my skin feels about it yet. These kind of like growth factor influenced products, but this is another collagen mask I could potentially try out for the like collagen mask video I want to do. You know, I'm so on the fence about that video because I feel like it might not be like a great performer, but in general, I've just been interested in collagen masks as like the category, those masks that you like wear, they go translucent and you take them off. So I don't know if that video is going to come to fruition. If you guys are interested, like please leave me a comment. But this also has a lot of Centella asiatica. My skin notoriously really likes that ingredient. A little bit of urea, so good for kind of like sloshing away a little bit of the dead skin very gently. So excited to try this one out. And then I also picked up one from Round Lab. I haven't used Round Lab masks in a long time, so this is the soy one. So it's like a soybean extract focused mask, good for like, again, calming down the skin. I find that these kinds of masks are good for the summer when like if you have more sensitive skin that you're running a lot around during the day and it's really hot out and your skin can kind of go inflamed or kind of have a reaction. Masks like this to kind of like throw in your fridge and pull out are really nice. I'm really hoping I find one that I really enjoy. So far, the Snail Mucin masks from COSRX, the new like collagen ones have been like my most favorite that I've been going back to. Speaking of COSRX, their lip scrub, this was just like a free gift from YesStyle. All it has in here is like honey and sugar, so I will give this one a go. You know, lip scrubs and me, not always the best. I find that there's like not harsh enough. Like I always need more scrub. And this one, yeah, it's like not scrubby enough. I don't know, maybe one of my friends would like that. I will say, ooh, like I could eat that. It smells like the brown sugar Pop-Tarts. Yeah, I think I might give that to a friend. I feel like someone else could get more use out of this. I also picked a backup of my Romand Juicy Lasting Tint in the shade Pomelo Skin because this is a go-to. It's a product that I use at least twice a week, it feels like. And that's insane for like the amount of lip product I have. It's just the best. I love the shade. I love the texture. It's juicy. It's not drying. It's like subtle, just subtle enough. It lasts really well. We ended up using this on my sister on her wedding day and she just looked freaking fantastic. So this, finally picking up a new one because I feel like I'm almost out of the other one I have. I also decided to pick up the Glassy Layer Fixing Tint from Lily by Red because this is, again, a newer launch from them. Smells fine, just smells like fruity, you know, classic, you know, just typical fruity smell. But I really like the shade. So I picked the shade Pear Play. And I love these like more neutral shades that are very, like they almost have like a honey nude kind of vibe to them. And because sometimes I just don't want like a bright pink lip stain over and over. So I feel like we'll have good luck with that one. It shears out really beautifully too. You can see actually that glassy layer forming, that glossiness. So I'm really excited about this shade and the potential of finding something that isn't just Pomelo Skin from Roman, which clearly I don't mind. I just picked up another one, but you know, it would be nice to be able to find another product that I also really like with a similar shade. Now this is the Mousse Care Cheek from News, and this is not the shade I thought it was going to be. This is essentially a liquid blush. I got it in, well, it was the shade Appley, but this is not apple. I mean, that is not apple. That's bright, freaking hot pink. Be warned if you were hoping for like, you know, a shade that is red. Maybe I just like picked out the wrong one and put the wrong one in my cart, but I could have sworn I got the red one, but that's not red. Feels really, really good, which is why it's a bummer. A lot of pigment and it almost kind of dries down immediately. So, you know, it's nice to be able to have some products in this vein rather than the very dewy vein. So it would be nice to be able to have something else to recommend to you guys that isn't just dewy, dewy, dewy. So I might have to pick up another shade. I don't know what I'm gonna, I mean, I could just try it and toughen up, so. But speaking of more like matte, I also picked up the Romand Lip Color Matte, and this is the Peach Puff. I think that this is also a newer shade, or not newer shade, a newer launch to them. This is like the first time I'm even putting that out on my hand, but yeah, that's giving Smushy Balm from NYX. just a very light, sweet smell. This shade is beautiful. Blurry lip quality, but what I like about this one is you see how the applicator is smaller? That's nice. But yeah, I mean, it almost feels like there might be like little balls in here. I don't know if that's just like me or if it's in the product. Yeah, it's not doing it there. So I don't know if that's actually the case or not. But I love that color. I feel like actually this would go really well with this look. I'm gonna add a little bit to the middle of my lips. We'll talk about this in a second. Looks really pretty. I like that. Very kind of like lived in kind of lip look. I really like lips that look like kind of that smushy matte feel, but it's not like waxy matte lipstick. So TBD on that one. I really like that color though. And finally, the Little Angel highlight from Flower Nose. See, this is what I'm expecting with Flower Nose. It's heavy, intricate. This is better packaging like than the COLORROSE packaging. Shade L01. And honestly, I don't know if it's really doing anything. It kind of just feels like sparkle. I'm just like such a massive fan of Flower Nose that I have high expectations, and it feels like this highlight looks really pretty, but it's just not really doing anything super different. And that was my big ol' YesStyle haul. I hope that you guys did enjoy it. I will try and make it easier and leave links down below to all the products and the shades of the products that I picked up. But I need your help. Please leave me a comment down below with the products that you're most interested in seeing me try next, that you want follow-up reviews on stat. I am very impressed with a lot of this first impression wise. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.